Alright guys, I want to get back into this game. I used to play this game a lot. As you can see, I have 217 games on Abathur. Abathur was my favorite. 127 wins out of 217 games. It's not bad. It's a pretty good streak, at least I think so. Murky was my next highest played character. 86 out of 140, you know, above 50. Zebo 28 out of 52, just above 50%. But I quit playing this game. Let's see. Obviously I played a couple recently and some practice games here. But before that, we're talking 3 months, and these are all versus AI, as you can see. These quick matches here are just where me and a friend happened to have a freaking off day together, and this was the only multiplayer game we had where we wanted to play with each other. Here you see more versus AI, a single quick match, and then this was the last. This is like when I stopped playing, and I don't have a great reason to stop playing. It's just other games came out, other stuff, other interests. Anyway, I want to get back into this game. And what I did was I did play a couple of these versus AIs, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go in a quick match. The hell with it. There have been a lot of things added since I last played. For instance, Chromie, Tracer, Dahaka, Zol, Li Ming, Greymane, and Lunara are all new. Except, well, I came in right at the beginning of Lunara. And possibly Greymane. I remember Lunara giving me problems on a Nova, because I didn't know her moveset at all. But I was there for Artanis and Cho'Gall, but everything after is fairly new to me. So, let's see. As you can see, I don't have any of the new people unlocked. I don't even have Butcher. Jesus, I don't have Butcher unlocked. Or Asmodan. Anyway, I just wanted to get into a few things. Let me see if I can find one. I know Nazebo I looked at. This thing, Quest. That was not there when I used to play. The word quest did not used to be there. Also, where's Murky? This got nerfed. Every 5 seconds reduce the damage taken from this used to be block. Block used to be, it must have been OP or something, because that was the talent pick. And here's this quest again. I don't know what that means. I got a lot to learn. They changed the graphics of some of these. All of them, really. But anyway, let's get into a match I had. And this will be post-commentary. Only played 2. This one went terrible. Part of the reason was... Well, let's look at our team here. I'm Abathur. On our team, we got ETC, we got Zeratul, we got Asmodan, and Chromie. Chromie, from what I can tell, is very squishy, long-ranged. Asmodan is still a siege monster. That's an assassin that's stealth. And then he's our frontline. They had way more damage. I mean, just way more damage output than we could deal with. But also, I was screwed up on my talent picks. Man, I just straight up selected the wrong damn heroic. So here we can see we've got a Gazlo, Chromie, Artanis, and KT. The first thing I noticed straight off the bat is
battle heroes.
I mean, 2 specialists on a team. I mean, they've got 2 specialists as well, but they've got like some assassin type specialists right here. We don't have a support, they don't have a support. Our only frontline is Artanis. They've got a
The battle
Zeratul and an
begins.
Artanis.
10
And a
seconds.
Thrall. I mean, that's some straight up crazy. It's some weird matchups, but this is a weird map.
3, 2, 1.
So I decided to go
Fight.
Abathur, I guess you would call it, and start off my standard middle lane mine shenanigans. And anytime I used to play Abathur, I just focus on this mini map a large majority of the time. It's kind of hard for you to see what's going on. I mean, it looks like I'm just standing there, but I'm constantly scouting out the lanes. So there I jump on Gaz because he was 2v1. Then here I'm going to jump to the top, I believe. Yeah. Artanis is doing a 2v1, it looks like. Anytime you see this little guy here, that's me. If you don't already know, you should though if you're watching this. This is obviously going to catch my attention every time. So a lot of what I try to watch is this. I can't see any of this, by the way. I can only see this because of the replay. But how far, at least in the early stages of the game, how far these minions are getting up to my towers is going to be a concern to me. I mean, Gazzo's pushing in pretty hard. They're holding their own up here, all right. But KT could be in some heat at any moment, just because Alf. I mean, anytime you see a Sylvanas face on the screen, that's cause for some attention. They are pushing in good. And there I go. I finally get in there and try and get rid of some of these things. And I believe I miss every single one of these stabs. Look at that. So now the altars are spawning. And this is one of the maps that are different from... I mean, I played it. I didn't necessarily like it too much. They're still pushing it hard on their towers. Try to give Artanis a little bit of regen, a little bit of extra shield, a little bit of damage. Help him secure the kill on Thrall, but then he goes down to the enemy Artanis. And we're just giving up this altar for free, and of course I've scouted it with mines. Doesn't matter though. Yeah, okay. We're a little late. Let's say I could jump on him and spike that guy.
Heroes, activate the
Chromie.
towers.
Nearly.
How utterly droll.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Nice. My second talent, by the way, was staying carapace, and what this will do, it will, it increases the amount of time that you're shielded, not the amount that of damage that's shielded, though. That should be on our head if you're trying to keep Gaz alive. I don't shield Chromie too much just because she's so squishy that it's gonna be very hard to keep her alive. But sustained carapace, when I jump on somebody, I can pop a shield on them and then jump off. And I can essentially act as a very light heal for our team. Heal over time. So KT should feel the pressure, and he does. He knows something's going on. Here I sit. It's really hard to keep up with where I'm at, but I must be defending. Try to keep our tower up a little longer. Artanis is straight up ignoring me. Look. Artanis. He didn't even care. There he goes. He probably. Oh, he still didn't know. That's my third talent pick, is Mule. Oh man, just got close to death. That's what I was trying to do. Somewhere in there I was trying to hit Sylvanas because of how slow she is, and even while I was on KT I thought he was going that direction, but he was not. And my next heroic pick is going to be... It's going to be the monstrosity. I mean, I could go clone just for the team fight bonuses, but I feel like we're doing okay-ish on team fights. It's these kind of conversations we're not doing so good on 1v4s and shit like that. Learning that Chromie has ridiculous range. Go ahead, jump on KT, give him a little reach in. Gas survives. And we get out some good damage with KT. I should hop over to R10. I'm not stinging KT. Really get that alter. Yeah, I believe I'm pinging. Like, hey, the whole reason we're here.
The altar is ours. Fire upon the grave keeper. Your power.
Anytime there's a lane, that was bad timing on my ult. It's gonna get melted. Anytime there is an unsoaked lane, that's where you want to put Abathur. You don't want to put him back here. I mean, he's not getting any XP back there, but we also don't have a front gate to protect me. So mainly what he's doing is popping out these little minions for additional, you know, if we have one more minion than they have, that alone will help us push the wave back. And you see I had to evacuate. We've lost this 2v1 he's jumping in.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
So what I remember, that was Artanis' old choices were very lackluster. Hopefully Gaz picks that up. Come on, what? Why did he turn around? Oh man. That's embarrassing. Well, I mean, maybe he made the right choice. He might have died to that turret. Well, he could have dropped a turret. Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying. Artanis' old choices was the laser beam, which I'm sure it's the same, and the AoE blind. I mean, they do have a thrall on his air tool in Artanis. The AoE blind could be useful against those three. So probably the right choice, because the laser beam is, if you can't lock the target down, it is kind of useless. You can see the shields of Artanis. My shield. Make him a little more survivable. See that laser beam that's just not doing anything? Oh, come on. She gets away so many times in this game. I continue to fix it. Yeah, that's 4. Try and counteract some of that push from Zagara. while the friendly team continues elsewhere. Time to retreat. And I hide just out of range into the bushes. Look at that, look at that. Putting in the extra DPS. Hey, get the hell out of here. So I should jump off here. We should start focusing on these towers. But it seems like we are going to give these towers up. Drop the monstrosity down just to give us a little extra push while we're focusing on the towers, but it doesn't seem like we're even worried about the towers.
Not disappoint me.
Alright, so I take control of the monstrosity and just bring him on in, since it didn't seem like they were coming. And we get in some work. Change targets quite a bit here. Zeratul sneaks in the back and gets the kill. That's unfortunate. But I am, getting a little revenge here. They've lost a Zeratul, a Thrall, and an Artanis for our KT, which is pretty good. And here I decided to bring the monstrosity back because it would be just a straight up waste to leave him where it was at.
Heroes, I have
And Sylvanas gets a little overextended here. She's trying to do some jukes. But monstrosity just don't care. Just don't care. So we got a lot of value out of that ult. Chromie definitely did. So for the rest of my talents, I pick special efficiency. This will give me more of those quick daggers that you keep coming out. And I also pick adrenaline boost. This will give my prison team some additional movement speed if they need to get out of a tight situation. Like this KT, perhaps, if he was a little slower. There we go. There's the movement speed boost, and a heal over time, and a shield. So that's a pretty good supportive shield I've got going on. I built my shield up to not just blocking damage, but also healing over time, and now adding movement speed boost. And for my last talent pick, I will be going with the Hive Mind. So that makes at least 2 of my team members a little more OP. Here we got the mule, we've got the shield. We're trying to keep stuff together between these altar phases.
The altars have risen.
And as you can see, we're not doing too bad, but we're not doing the best. We lost Chromie pretty fast there. Get on Artanis, see if we can't get a kill.
Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeepers.
Zeratul down. Thrall is nearly down. Sylvanas nearly down. Might get away again. Oh, he turns around. Ooh, that could have been a mistake. KT down with the laser beam. Just a few misplays there. We could have taken him down rather easily. We'd positioned a little better. There's that AoE blind. So that really only affects a few melee attacks, and then it's over. I mean, it's wasted all. What's the cooldown on that? We've got another 34 seconds to go. Oh, nice. That used to be a really hard ability to land,
Blue
too.
team has destroyed a fort.
Gaslow takes back our bottom fort. And right now we're down. They've got our core down to 20 or 12 actually, and we've got theirs only down to 24. So we are quite a bit behind at the moment. We're about even XP, but our core is definitely feeling the burn. That ability, that mind control, is a new one on me as well. I'm gonna make the assumption, yeah, that either replaced, what was it called before? It was where you took over, it might have been called mind control, but you just took over the enemy's minions. Like permanent.
Be swift, heroes.
I mean, it's kind of useful, maybe that's why they're being. The 2v1 we jumped in on, the R10 shield versus R10 shield. Gonna be fighting forever at that rate. And you should never just stand there in that laser beam. That's just straight up foolish. Straight up foolish. But with our help, he did manage to get enough health to survive that. Such a long range. But yeah, the Sylvanas ult. I mean, if she still has Wailing Arrow, I mean, if she's fighting two mages, I don't know why she wouldn't pick that. Mind control. Well, I guess mind control, the benefit is you take over the control of the hero and move him into a terrible position. But really, I mean, it's worth that. So now we have Hive Mind. So anytime we get into actual team fight, yeah, there you go. So there's a situation where mind control, it has a bad, like it could have a huge negative impact with my talent picks, because you saw when she mind controlled him how far he ran because I gave him the movement speed boost. And she may have 100% movement speed on top of my movement speed buff is a lot of extra movement speed. So it probably worked out not in her favor, because that, I mean, even though Artanis was now in a terrible spot, she's a little too squishy for Artie, even though they outnumbered him. I mean, Art shields with my healing and shields. I could have given him attack speed bonus, but I decided to go with the heal utility instead. Ooh. And now they're just getting knocked down, man. And you'll see the double head pop up here. But as soon as he's out of range, it will disappear off of everybody
Like all
else.
the others, Blue team has destroyed a fort.
So now we own one of their forts. We own all three of ours, plus the core. So we're gonna be shooting for 5 damage if they don't do something about that. And we've gotten the score a little closer. So we've got them down to 16, we're down to 12. So we're making a little comeback. We're putting some pressure
Red team has
on every lane.
fort.
Take over that little camp. They're gonna push in, and as soon as the sappers come in, they're gonna do some pretty heavy damage to that fort. Bam. 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 In the meantime, Gazlo is going to be in a really bad spot. Oh yeah, it's time to go. And I gave him a little movement speed boost just to make sure he can get the hell out of there. We lose KT instantly. Artie's still tanking. And then again, the mind control is movement speed. He is much more tanky than he used to be. I mean, I remember him being not tanky enough when he first came out. I believe that was a Chromie ult.
Rise from the depths. Hero slay.
So we've got both ults up, or excuse me, altars up. I signaled to the team that I'm gonna get this one over here. So I warp into range. I mean, I can tell that they're down four people. So this is a safe thing to do.
The altars have risen. Activate them.
This will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 times. So that's 10.
The altar is ours. Fire upon the great.
There's one.
I am Lord.
That gets us up to 6 to 12 now. Now we're trying to take this boss. Which this will give us another 5, puts him down to 1. Alright, so now that when these hit, or excuse me, that's 4. I was confused about that.
Has destroyed the
So,
fort.
boss gave us 4, now it's 12 to 2. We've made a complete comeback. And the gas ult only hit 1, but did lead to a kill. We jump on Artist, Artan, like usual. They're trying to take out our backline. Failed miserably. That's terrible for them. That is very bad. So Sylvana should get the hell out of there. But oh, that worked. That worked nice. That is a very slick move. She used her wailing rates, or whatever they're called, before she time traveled back and she was able to. That's nice. We should be able to burst him down pretty easily. So he has to come shield. So Sylvanas is the only one up out of her entire team. She's trying to figure out what she can do. But literally, if one altar comes up and we get it, it's game over. So there we are. We have 2 altars. Majority of the friendly team is dead, or the enemy team is dead. We only need one of these. If they get one of them, it doesn't matter. It only gets us down to 8. So if they don't force a huge team fight, if they don't get there immediately, which they're not going to, she's not even attempting to get down there. And you can see our Chromie saying all at one altar. It's the right call. Let's get everybody down there. Let's get one altar that's in the game.
The altars. Do not
And you'll start seeing
disappoint me.
GGs. And there it is. One of my first games back in 6 months of actual
Is victorious.
quick match play. It's a pretty good game. I mean, for being as out of touch as I am with the game, not knowing the new heroes so much, we only had one in this particular match. We're second on our team for total hero kills, which means it's not bad for an Abathur. I mean, we've got a KT with. Anyway, number 1 for hero kill assist, which is awesome for Abathur. 0 deaths. It should really only be 0 to 1, maybe 2 if you're aggressive. You can see I was very not aggressive because I haven't played Abathur for so long. We're number 1 on our team in siege damage, but really not the most important stat on this map. I mean, this is a completely objective-based map. It does help to get extra damage from extra forts. Not the most awesome thing, but we did finish number 1. We are number 3 on hero damage, which is, it's odd. mean, but it happens. And we should always be number 1 on XP as Abathur, unless you're just extremely passive and don't sow claims. It should never be that case. But I wanna get back into it, man. I wanna relearn all the heroes I don't know anymore. I suppose the next I'll have to relearn my Murky build, man. They took away block. God. Man, I do. It's a lot to learn. B-wing. They messed with B-wing. Alright. I'll try and get back into it. I'll post some more video. I want to get back into this game. They're having the first season, really, the first real season of rank play is coming next week, I think. I should probably talk about that. That's as far as I got. 49 games in Hero League. It was not my favorite mode to play. I love quick match. Hero League with the draft pick. Me being an Abathur player, it's very hard to get Abathur picks in rank play. It's just nobody wants you to pick him, or at least they didn't used to. I'm assuming it's the same. Literally nobody liked you picking Abathur. I ended up with support a lot. Lily. I don't even play Kel'Thas that much. I just picked him because anytime you see me picking Jaina or Kel'Thas, because I have the first pick on the map. For the longest, though, I could only win with what's his name? What's his name? There he is, Leoric. Leoric was, for some reason, my highest win rate hero, but he got nerfed a little bit. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me during this Heroes of Storm Abathur gameplay. Man, I really want to get back into the game. Really need to relearn all the builds and whatnot. Probably need to get on hot slots. But if you like this kind of content, man, just tell me. I'll keep making it. I love the game. I absolutely love the game. Anyway, thanks for watching.